Commissioner Gordon, Bane has escaped.
In patience lies the silent wrath of kings. To wait is not to surrender. It is to prepare, to sharpen the mind while others waste their strength in haste. The impatient fight against time, clawing at the inevitable, but the patient merge with it, turning its flow into their weapon. To sit in stillness while the world burns is not weakness, it is the strength to choose when to act and when to hold. The art of waiting is not for the faint of heart. Impatience is easy, it's loud, erratic, desperate. Patience, on the other hand, is a quiet rebellion. It requires you to stare into the void without flinching, to endure discomfort without seeking relief. Each second tests your resolve, demanding that you trust the storm will pass and leave the battlefield yours. Consider the hunter in the shadows. They do not rush their prey. The trap is set, the breath is held, and the moment stretches endlessly. But when the time is right, the strike is swift and final. The patient know this instinctively. Victory is not in the chase, but in the kill. To act too soon is to lose the hunt entirely. Patience is the strangest paradox. It feels like doing nothing, yet it is the foundation of everything. Empires rise not on the whims of the hurried, but on the strategies of those who build over decades. To master patience is to master time itself, bending its flow to your will, making every second serve your purpose. Haste is the child of fear. It pushes you to act before you're ready, convincing you that waiting is failure. But fear is a liar, and haste is its accomplice. Patience, however, is the shield against their influence. When you wait with purpose, you take control of the battlefield, forcing your enemies to act on your terms. Some battles are won in silence. The world may call you idle, accuse you of hesitating, but the patient know that silence is the sound of preparation. A move made too soon can undo years of planning, but a move made too late is just as deadly. Patience is not idleness. It is timing. It is precision. There's agony in patience, but that agony is its strength. The restless fight to escape it, their energy scattered, their minds unfocused. But those who master patience thrive in the discomfort. Every second endured builds resilience. Every moment of stillness strengthens resolve. To endure the agony of patience is to forge unbreakable willpower. Imagine the roots of a great tree. While the branches grow slowly, the roots stretch deep into the earth, unseen but unyielding. Patience is that foundation. It may not show its power immediately, but when the storm comes, it will not falter. Those who act without it are like shallow roots, fragile, destined to break under pressure. Patience is not about passivity. It's about control. The greatest masters of war, art, and life knew that time can be bent to their will if they waited long enough. The patient create opportunities where none existed, forcing the world to align with their plans. This is not inaction. It is the highest form of action, deliberate, precise, unstoppable. The urge to act, to force, to control the uncontrollable. That's the enemy. Patience is the weapon that cuts through that chaos, leaving you clear-headed, untouchable, victorious. Patience is the quiet roar of the powerful. Those who master it become unshakable, untouchable, undefeated. It takes strength to stay still when every nerve demands action, when the chaos of the moment begs for impulsive release. Patience is a controlled burn, a choice to withhold force until the moment it will do the most damage. The world calls it weakness, but patience is a strength so rare that only those with unshakeable will can wield it. There is no cowardice in waiting, no surrender in stillness. To wait is not to fear the storm, but to become one with it, to let it rage while you remain unbroken. Patience is the courage to stand firm in the face of pressure, to endure the weight of time without breaking. It is the quiet defiance of the strong, the refusal to act until the battlefield favors you. Courage does not always roar. Sometimes it whispers, "Wait." The impatient equate courage with action as though movement alone is a virtue. But those who understand patience know that the strongest stand unmoving, unflinching, letting the storm pass around them. Courage is not in the charge. It is in the ability to choose your moment and trust in your strength to endure. Timidity can be a weapon when combined with resolve. The patient appear timid, cautious, reluctant to act, but this is their strategy. While others charge blindly into chaos, the patient observe, analyze, and plan. What looks like hesitation is actually precision, a silent calculation of when and where to strike. The greatest victories are won by those who wait for the perfect moment. Patience is a test of discipline, a crucible for the soul. It demands that you endure not only external pressures but the internal storms that rage within. Fear, doubt, and frustration are constant adversaries, but patience is the shield that deflects them. The patient rise above these emotions, wielding stillness as their greatest weapon. In patience lies the paradox of strength through restraint. It is not the loudest roar or the swiftest blow that wins the day, but the quiet confidence of someone who waits. The patient hold back their power, knowing that to strike too soon is to waste it. They do not rush because they understand the value of timing, the art of controlling the narrative. Patience is the silent battle that wages within. It demands that you sit with discomfort, that you embrace uncertainty, and that you resist the urge to act without purpose. This is not a weakness, but a profound strength, the ability to endure the chaos of indecision and emerge stronger. Patience turns doubt into clarity, fear into focus. The patient are masters of deception. To the world, they seem uncertain, vulnerable, as though they lack the courage to act. But this is their brilliance. They lure their enemies into overconfidence, into careless mistakes. And when the time comes, they reveal their strength, striking with precision and force that no one saw coming. Patience is not a pause, it is a preparation. Every moment spent waiting is a moment of refinement, of sharpening your tools, of strengthening your resolve. The impatient waste energy in chaos, but the patient build power in silence. When they act, it is with the full weight of preparation, unstoppable and undeniable. To master patience is to blend courage with caution, to wield stillness as a weapon, and to transform waiting into an act of power. Patience is not for the weak, it is for those who understand that restraint is the foundation of greatness. Calmness is the armor of the strong. When others falter, trembling under the weight of the unknown, the calm remain unshaken. Their stillness is not emptiness, it is mastery. Storms may rage around them, but within they are silent, collected, untouchable. The world seeks to provoke, to push you into reckless action, but calmness denies it that satisfaction. The one who remains calm outlasts the storm, watching as others are swept away by their own weakness. In calmness, there is power that no force can break. Those who lose their temper lose their edge, their strength scattered with every reckless word and action. Calmness is control, a steady hand that steers the wheel when the world spins out of order. It is the ability to endure the storm, to face its fury without wavering, knowing that strength is in remaining unmovable. To stay calm is to remain in command even when everything else spirals away. Calmness is the eye of the storm. It is not the absence of struggle, but the mastery of its presence. To remain calm is to create a space within yourself where nothing can touch you. Others will panic, react, lash out, but the calm observe, biding their time, waiting for the storm to exhaust itself. The calm are not indifferent. They are deliberate, understanding that the storm is temporary, but their resolve is eternal. The storm is not your enemy. Your reaction to it is. Those who allow panic to dictate their actions are slaves to their emotions. The calm, however, remain their own masters, unyielding in the face of pressure. By staying calm, you deny the storm its power over you, refusing to give it control of your thoughts or your actions. This is not submission, it is dominance. Calmness is the foundation of resilience. Each moment of stillness strengthens you, builds your ability to withstand even greater trials. To stay calm is to train your mind and body for endurance, for strength that can't be shaken by external events. The storm may be fierce, but the calm endure, growing stronger with every passing wave. Their calmness becomes their shield, their unbreakable defense. Panic is the death of reason. When the storm comes, those who panic lose themselves, acting without thought, without purpose. The calm, however, think clearly, making decisions with precision and clarity. Their stillness allows them to see the path that others overlook, to find solutions where others only see problems. Calmness is not hesitation, it is wisdom in action. Calmness silences the noise. The storm seeks to drown you in its chaos, to overwhelm you with its fury. But those who stay calm rise above the noise, their thoughts sharp and focused. Calmness allows you to hear what others cannot, to see what others miss. In the storm, the calm are the ones who find their way, who navigate the chaos with unerring precision. To stay calm is to command the storm. By refusing to react, you strip it of its power, reducing it to nothing more than a passing inconvenience. The calm do not fight the storm, they endure it, bending with its force but never breaking. Their calmness makes them untouchable, immune to the forces that seek to destroy them. The universe does not rush. It moves in perfect balance, with an elegance that defies comprehension. Stars are not born in an instant. They take eons to form, to ignite, to burn. This is the way of all things worth having. They require time, persistence, and unshakable resolve. To expect otherwise is to defy the natural order, to demand what you have not earned. Patience is not just a virtue, it is the law of existence. The ego demands immediacy, but the universe ignores it. Arrogance whispers that you deserve everything now, that waiting is beneath you. But the ego is blind, unaware of the cost of its desires. To dissolve the ego is to free yourself from its lies, to understand that what is truly valuable cannot be rushed. Patience humbles the ego, forcing it to bow before the inevitability of time. Warriors have always known the value of patience. They do not charge blindly into the fray. They wait, observing, calculating. Patience has been their armor, their greatest weapon for centuries. The impatient warrior is the first to fall, undone by their need to act without purpose. The way of the warrior has always been to wait, to strike only when the moment demands it. This is a lesson carved into the annals of history. Impatience is the path of the weak. Those who rush to claim what they have not earned are doomed to fail. The strong understand that the greatest victories are those fought for over time. that the spoils of the impatient are fleeting, hollow. To embrace patience is to embrace strength, to understand that nothing worth having comes without enduring the weight of time. The universe rewards those who endure. Patience is the process of aligning yourself with its rhythms, of letting go of your desire to control what cannot be controlled. The arrogant rage against this, demanding that their time come now. But the patient know that the universe has its own timeline, one that cannot be swayed by force of will. To wait is not to surrender. It is to trust that your moment will come. Dissolving the ego is an act of war against yourself. It requires that you destroy the part of you that demands constant validation, that whispers lies of entitlement. The ego despises patience because patience requires humility, an acknowledgement that the world owes you nothing. To dissolve the ego is to adopt the way of the warrior, to understand that patience is not submission, it is preparation. Patience is the ultimate discipline. It forces you to control your desires, to resist the urge to act without purpose. The impatient believe they are acting out of strength, but their actions are hollow, driven by fear of waiting. The patient, however, move with intent, each step calculated, each action deliberate. Their patience becomes their discipline, their ability to endure becoming their greatest strength. The way of the warrior is timeless. Patience has always been their code, their guiding principle. It is not a new lesson, but one that has endured through generations, carved into the essence of what it means to be strong. To adopt patience is to join this lineage, to embrace the understanding that victory is not for the hurried. It is for the prepared. The way of the warrior is not a shortcut, it is a commitment. The impatient grasp at the fleeting, their hands empty before they even begin. But the patient wait, watching as the world comes to them, their strength growing with every moment of stillness. Patience is not passive. It is the ultimate expression of control, the ability to endure without losing sight of your purpose. Time does not kneel to anyone. It moves forward with unrelenting force, indifferent to your desires, your plans, or your will. It watches as empires crumble, as mountains erode, as stars fade into oblivion. To fight time is to fight an enemy you cannot touch, an adversary you cannot hope to defeat. Those who resist its flow are broken by it, shattered by their own arrogance. Time respects only those who show patience, who understand that to master time is to move with it, not against it. Ruthlessness is time's defining feature. It gives no second chances, no room for negotiation. Every moment it takes is gone forever, leaving behind only the echoes of what was. To bow to time is not weakness, it is wisdom. It is the recognition that time is not your enemy, but your greatest ally, if only you have the patience to use it well. Consistency is the language time understands. It does not reward sporadic efforts, no matter how intense. It honors those who endure, who show up day after day, unwavering. Time tests your resolve, demanding that you prove your commitment not in bursts of passion, but in the quiet persistence of consistency. To align yourself with time is to show it that you are worthy of its rewards. Patience is the key to bending time to your will. The impatient demand immediate results, and time ignores them, letting their efforts scatter into nothingness. The patient, however, understand that time rewards those who wait, those who persist without faltering. To master time, you must first master yourself, controlling the urge to rush, to grasp at outcomes before they are ready. Time respects those who endure its trials. It places obstacles in your path not to defeat you, but to test you, to see if you are worthy of its gifts. Those who quit, who falter, are discarded, forgotten in the endless march of time. But those who persevere, who endure the grind, are molded into something stronger, something that time itself cannot erase. Fighting time is an act of futility. It does not pause, does not wait, and does not care for your resistance. But to move with time, to flow in harmony with its rhythm, is to harness its power. Consistency and patience are the tools that transform time from a ruthless adversary into an unyielding ally. Through these, you do not fight time, you master it. Time humbles those who defy it. It watches as the arrogant rush ahead, tripping over their own impatience while the patient walks steadily, gaining ground with every step. To bow to time is not to submit. It is to gain its favor, to show it that you understand its value. Those who respect time's power find that it moves in their favor, creating opportunities where none existed. The greatest victories are those won in time's favor. They are not rushed, not forced, but earned through persistence and patience. Time does not reward the quick. It rewards the steadfast, those who endure its trials without complaint. To make time your ally is to embrace the process, to trust that every effort, no matter how small, contributes to the larger picture. Time is the only force that can create and destroy with equal ease. It builds legacies, erodes mountains, and decides the fate of all things. Those who fear time, who resist its flow, are consumed by it. But those who embrace it, who work within its bounds, find that time becomes their greatest strength, amplifying their efforts and ensuring their success. Responsibility is the weight that shapes the strong. To carry it is to embrace what others fear, to take on burdens that would crush lesser souls. Most seek to avoid it, running from the effort it demands, hiding in the shadows of comfort and excuses. But to walk the path of responsibility is to claim power over your own life, to declare that you will not be defeated by circumstance. It is not an easy path, but it is the only one that leads to greatness. Patience and consistency are your weapons on this journey. Responsibility is not conquered in a single act. It is a war fought over time, a battle that demands persistence. To carry the weight of responsibility is to face resistance at every turn, to endure setbacks without losing focus. Patience gives you the strength to wait for results, while consistency ensures that you keep moving forward one step at a time. Together they make you unstoppable. The path of responsibility is lonely. Few will follow, for the weight of it scares them, the effort repels them. You will walk this path alone, surrounded by those who judge, who mock, who call you foolish for taking on more than what is expected. But in this solitude you find your strength. Responsibility does not break the strong. It forges them into something greater than they could have imagined. Life does not sort itself out by accident. Those who drift waiting for solutions are carried away by the current, powerless to change their fate. Responsibility is the anchor that roots you in purpose, that gives you control over your own life. By embracing it, by wielding patience and consistency, you create order from disorder, turning chaos into opportunity. Your life becomes your creation, shaped by your own hands. Responsibility forces you to face your failures. It does not allow excuses, does not accept blame placed on others. When you take responsibility, you own every mistake, every setback, and in doing so you gain the power to overcome them. Patience keeps you steady through the failures, while consistency ensures that each failure becomes a lesson. a step closer to mastery. Responsibility demands that you rise no matter how many times you fall. The weight of responsibility builds strength. It is not a burden to be avoided, but a force that transforms you. Each challenge you accept, each problem you solve, adds to your resilience, your ability to endure. Those who avoid responsibility remain weak, unable to face even the smallest obstacles. But those who embrace it grow stronger with every step, their patience and consistency shaping them into forces to be reckoned with.